Kingdom Hearts 1 has long been one of my all-time favorite games. And yes, I'm willing to admit that a lot of that is nostalgia. And over the course of replaying this game for over 15 years, I gained a lot of tricks on how to make this game far more enjoyable and easier to handle for new players. So I'm here to share with you my top 10 tips and tricks to make your time with this game far better. Number 1. Short hopping. Let's be real, aside from a few abilities, ground combat is not that good at times. So what I've been doing since I played the game all the way back on the PS2 is short hopping and doing aerial combat. What is short hopping? When you press the jump button, but you're not holding it, just tapping it. Because not only are most of your aerial combos faster, but you carry. Once you land, you have a lot more time to recover if you were to do a ground combat finisher. So if you finish off one aerial combo, you can either go right into a ground combo or do another short hop aerial combo. This also applies to magic. Not only are you less likely to get hit in the air when casting magic, but you also recover from casting magic faster. Say you cast Blizzard. You have to wait for the animation to end to cast it again on the ground. But in the air, the moment you land, you can short hop again to cast another spell. So it's best for the most part to not only long and short hop your magical spells, unless it's something like fire, which is better suited to rapid fire on the ground. Be warned, however, that you can't short hop with Cure, as the casting animation and selecting yourself as the cure target takes too long. Also, this is a trick I learned recently, and that it's better to not rapidly mash the X button when doing aerial combat, as it has a chance to whiff because of the delay. I actually never knew this, because I've always mashed a bit, but I'm a terrible button masher, so I guess this is a problem I don't have to deal with. I wish I could mash. Number 2. Parrying. The guard ability works well enough, but unless it's a projectile coming at you, it's not the most reliable way to avoid damage. When you guard an attack, you avoid damage, but you can't attack that quick. However, when you do a jump and aerial attack, you will always be slashing downwards, making it consistent with how you want to parry an attack. And you do get recoil from bouncing back, you will be on the ground soon, and then can initiate your counterattack. You can also sort of ground parry, but it's far harder, as there are two ways Sora will swing his Keyblade. Either a slight side attack or a downward thrust. And it's very hard to get him to do the specific slash you want, so parrying attacks on the ground are much harder to do consistently. Now, this greatly changes when you learn counterattack, and the speed of that is so great that it's even better than an aerial attack. So you can now use guard and counter to wreck the enemy's day. Also, you get tech points for parrying in general, which is just more EXP for you. Number 3. Extending the jump. You want to know how to make platforming far more satisfying? Reach the height of your jump in the direction you want to go by holding the jump button, and then attack in the air at the height of your jump to give yourself just that little bit more distance, which will allow you to make some jumps far easier and even get to treasures far earlier than you should be able to. It actually makes the game more fun knowing this trick, as it feels more satisfying when you make that jump earlier than intended. Number 4. Customize your party members in the options menu. With this, you will easily be able to manipulate the AI of your party members so that they are able to heal you when you actually need it, instead of when you are in a tight pinch. Also, MP and healing items also count towards abilities, so Goofy's MP gift is also affected by this setting. And never give your party members items, as they will completely waste them. The only time you should give them items is when you are against a super boss or you are really struggling with beating a boss. But if you are in that situation, just make sure it's not elixirs or such you are giving them. Also, pressing the triangle button will get your party to instantly attack whatever you are targeting. Number 5. Don't equip Vortex. It has an incredibly long wind-up time, which leads to you getting hit in the middle of it. It's just a bad ability. Hey, if you made it this far, glad you are enjoying the video. Maybe consider liking and subscribing to help the video, and joining my Discord to know what I am up to. Link is in the description. Number 6. Do not underestimate your magic. Your magic can be good for things other than just healing yourself. Fire is great for rapid fire on the ground. Blizzard is great for a shotgun-like attack in short range. Thunder is good for a powerful AoE. Gravity is good for high HP enemies, and deals percentage-based damage depending on the enemy's health. Arrow is good for defense and stronger levels. At stronger levels, it can auto-guard certain projectiles. Looking at you, Yuffie, and your annoying ninja stars. Stop freezes the enemies in place, and even works on certain bosses, leading to interesting combinations. The summons are not bad either. Simba is great for clearing out a huge chunk of enemies around you. Genie is good for spamming magic to the enemies with various effects. Bambi practically gives you a ton of MP to spam with, and even drops certain items the more enemies you take out, depending on the world. Mushu is kind of fun to just mess around with, but he is invaluable at level 1. More on that later. And Tinkerbell is just auto-life and regen, making her the best summon in the game easily. She heals you over time and auto-revives you if you die. And you don't even lose your party members when you use her. Oh, and Dumbo is good for bits of damage and giving you invincibility frames. Number 7. Your limits are OP, and you should use them. There are a number of limits in this game, like Strike Grade, Sonic Blade, Ars Arcanum, and etc. And they are activated when you are far enough from an enemy. They give you a high number of invincibility frames, and deal very high damage. Strike Grade easily being the most broken, as it can deal high damage, protects you with IV frames for up to 10 seconds, and it only costs 2 MP. Ars Arcanum is second best, but the additional combo slashes give you 0 protection while using it. Number 8. Explore every nook and cranny in every world so you can get stat boosting items that can mean the difference between winning a battle or dying miserably. Yes, that includes the Winnie the Pooh world. I know some of you may be embarrassed to go there, like I was, but that is where some of the best items and stat boosts in the game are, like an EXP ring that'll give you 20% more EXP just by equipping it. Number 9. Olympus Coliseum Advice and Exploits. My first advice for the Coliseum is don't feel bad if you have to return at a later point, as some enemies are harder than even some bosses you should be fighting when they first unlock. Take, for example, the Pegasus Cup. Leon and Yuffie are far harder than fighting Hercules in the Hercules Cup. So just keep getting stronger and take them on when you are comfortable. Secondly, there is an exploit you can do in the Hercules Cup. When you reach Hercules, when you are doing the 3-minute limit challenge, you can pause the game and click restart. Normally, this would restart the entire run, but here, it just restarts the fight with Hercules and freezes the timer, letting you take your sweet time defeating them. Otherwise, I have no idea how you would be able to defeat Hercules who wastes so much time with his invincibility bullcrap. Number 10. Damage storage. Now this was a neat little trick I discovered when I did a level 1 run of the game. Would you want to see a stream of that? Just curious. But when you equip EXP 0 on Proud Mode, you are disabled from gaining EXP. However, this also enables damage storage as a mechanic. And what it is if you do a combo finisher in the air or on the ground, that damage will then add on to the next attack you do and resets on your next non-finishing combo attack. However, you can abuse this with magic, so that with magic, every spell you are casting has its own damage, plus the damage from the last combo finisher for extremely high damage. As you can see here with Mushu, for example, here is non-storage damage. Rather low. But when you do have damage storage, this damage is rather insane. So use this with fire and such against bosses. And that's all that I have for these tips and tricks. I hope this video helped to make your gaming experience better. Thank you for watching to the end of the video. Please leave a like and comment down below on what other type of Kingdom Hearts related content you would like to see. I've actually got a few ideas for Kingdom Hearts 1 videos coming down the pipeline. Consider subscribing here to see when my videos go live. Make sure to hit that bell so you can also see when I'm streaming various games, such as Kingdom Hearts, Honkai, FGO, and more. And hey, we got memberships active now, so you can join those too, if you really want to help the channel. Want to see what I'm up to? Join my Discord channel. But fair warning, we do like some perverted humor and such, so just be aware of that. Thank you so much for your time, and I'll catch you all on the next video. Bye bye!